Hi, Sagittarius. Welcome to the Daily Sauce. And this is Monday's reading. And if this is your first time here, this is a Sagittarius channel. I do a lot of readings here, all different kinds of readings, you know, and what comes out is what comes out. It may be for some, may not be for others. So you have to use your own discernment here. Okay, they're putting off firecrackers and fireworks. It's a summer thing here in the South. So, while we're here, I just want to mention that, I do the daily sauce every day. Every morning, I try to get these messages to you. It's a general reading. And I am also running a giveaway, which I'm going to start doing every month. So every month I will do a certain number of mini readings for one question. And so you can find that information in yesterday's reading and Sunday's reading. And thank you everyone who commented and expressed your interest. Even if you don't get in next month, there are other months. There are other months, and thanks everyone for your support. Sagittarius always shows up. Always. We always show up for each other. And I think it's a really beautiful thing because my ultimate goal is to build a community, of like-minded people who want to grow. And just a little background, I guess, I'm an intuitive reader. And also, I am a certified spiritual coach and focused on transformation. So that's what I'm about. So you may find that tone in the readings, and that my readings are very easy to understand and simple, because I believe that spirituality should be simple. It's a personal experience. Okay, that's my TED Talk, y'all. So what is influencing Monday? Healing is here with intuition and downloads and vulnerability and freedom. It's really interesting because I really do feel like this is a you thing, Sag, for whatever you're dealing with. I get this strong sense of there has been this energy of just trying to move forward. And there have been, things, we've been flowing in a lot of completion energy. And we did just have a transit with Chiron, which would have had us thinking about our relationships and, all the wounding in our relationships, because that's Chiron. Hello. So, yeah, so you may be feeling very intuitive right now. You may be just knowing things, right? Knowing things, either you're actually getting information or it's intuition, just you knowing what's going to set you free. Okay, so it's really beautiful. Under the deck, though, and yes is on the bottom. Just say yes. Just say yes to, and look at this. Yes, and sacred plan, and inner child healing. Oh my goodness. With divine timing, I do feel like what has been happening, and you may not realize it, Sag, especially if you've been feeling stagnation. And by the way, the full moon in Sagittarius is going to affect us, and anywhere you have Sagittarius, Pisces, it is going, any mutable sign, it will affect you, but it's going to affect Sagittarius. And in later readings, I will explain why, and maybe, when it gets close to the full moon, I will do that. I will do that reading, Sag. So, you're supposed to know, Sag, that everything's on schedule. Everything is part of the plan, and it was leading to some healing, some deep healing. Like maybe some things that you even, you know, carried on from childhood, because we all have it, you know. Anybody can say what they want. We all have it. And, you know, it's really beautiful, I think. Because look, underneath the deck, the overall energy is very much the same. Really putting work into yourself. Eight of Pentacles. Really putting work into yourself. Because really a lot of effort into you being better. You know, it is beautiful, Sag. That's all I can say. And I feel like too, you know, so, you know, the influence, right, is the Page of Wands reversed, the Emperor, and the Knight of Pentacles. There's just this really deep sense too of looking at your behaviors, looking at, you know, the ways in which maybe you jumped into things too fast, especially it being with the Emperor and the Knight of Pentacles. It's kind of like deciding that the road forward, you're doing the right thing and you're not going to be in such a rush, you know, because the Page of Wands reverse can be immaturity for sure. But, you know, that comes from making our decisions where we jump in and don't think about where we're going. You're very much thinking about where you're going now. And you're okay because you want success here, right? You want stability. So you're really okay with making slower moves towards something that would last for you. So your road forward is a little bit different. It's a little bit different for sure. And the devil being here, don't ever react. I kind of feel like this has been a karmic cycle, but really taking a look maybe at some bad habits, you know, taking care of some bad habits, which is also what we do with the Eight of Pentacles. And this, you know, just make sure you know this is not an accusation. You know, it's just that we can always use self-improvement, and I feel like you're doing that. I feel like you're doing that because, you know, this is leading you towards happiness, Sag. Happiness that's just for you. Because there definitely has been, you know, what would make me happy? Just me, you know, and being a little selfish with yourself. I mean, I feel this is very much self energy to me. You know, this is leading towards happiness and getting what you want, but really figuring out what that is, you know, and definitely by letting go of kind of being in a rush, you know, the way you move, and really thinking about long term instead of short term satisfaction. Um, Taking an honest look at your bad habits for sure. You know, wow, this is so cool. And, you know, I have really seen Queen of Swords energy for Sagittarius in, I would say, the last 2 months. I actually think Sagittarius has been stepping into Queen of Swords energy, which is great. It means you're thinking more. It means you're thinking more, because Sagittarius is a very impulsive sign. We kind of leap before we think, and you're not doing that. You're taking a good look at everything, you know, and what you're starting to see is that you have way more options than you thought. You have way more options than you thought. And, you know, there isn't like this big need to make major life decisions. This is a time when you are, you know, looking at everything, getting all the information that you need so that you can make the best possible decisions for your way forward. You're really taking your time. And, you know, that is going to lead towards your success, Sag. That's the key to your success, you know. And I feel like it's really interesting for me because, you know, the end result is, okay, Six of Swords is kind of that inability to move on. It's with the Queen of Cups and the Two of Cups. So, you know, the Two of Cups just isn't love. It's also you and your higher self. Okay? And getting into alignment with you and your higher self. And it's kind of like a divine moment, if you will. Because I feel like before you move forward, there's been a need to really figure yourself out. You know, with the Queen of Cups, that's really getting control of our emotions. But even more than that is listening to our intuition. You're starting to pay attention to what's good for you, maybe what you have held on to, you know, and getting aligned with yourself. You and your higher self, you're in partnership with yourself, if that makes sense to you, or even with spirit, you know, with the universe, with the divine plan, you know, because going forward, it has to be about you. Okay, it has to be about you. Yeah, look at that hangman. My goodness, Sag. This is really beautiful. Oh my gosh. And then Temperance is on the bottom. You know, with the Five of Wands and the Five of Pentacles, Ten of Wands, you know, I feel like you're taking other people out of the picture, you know, and sitting with yourself and not listening to anyone else, just blocking out all that noise to figure out what it is that's going to make Sag happy. How do I get aligned with myself, my purpose? What is the sacred plan? You know, and you may also have a sense that you're moving towards that. But that, you know, there are some things maybe that you need to address. You know, maybe you do. You know, I feel like you're looking at your patterns and your behaviors, you know, anything that may be holding you back and addressing that. Oh my gosh, Sag, I just love this reading. I know, this was so, and you know what? Sagittarius is an ultra spiritual sign. And so we are very spiritual people. I'm a Sagittarius sun and moon. And so this doesn't at all surprise me, but I will tell you this, if there have been events like, you know, we experienced a lot with the eclipses and the retrogrades of, you know, that just ended, we took hits, you know, and I feel like now it's like getting back on the path, getting back with the sacred plan. Yes. Yes, Sag. So let's get you some advice and let's see how you can be abundant this week, Sag. How can Sagittarius be abundant this week? And just a, you know, side note, I am now doing extended readings for some of the readings, not all of them. And they will always be $6. So, you know, just letting y'all know. So how can Sag be more abundant this week? How can Sagittarius be more abundant this week? And I have to say, Sag, I feel like you're really tuned in and really listening. So that's beautiful. How can Sagittarius be more abundant this week? Release jealousy. Oh, geez. See, this is surprising because I don't really think we are jealous. Jealousy is an affirmation that you don't have something, and the universe manifests exactly as you affirm. Let other people's successes inspire rather than frustrate you. Yeah, so don't, you know, think that other people are farther along than you. You know, it should actually be like, wow, then I can only imagine what's coming for me. Strange though, because I don't really think we experience jealousy. But it's easy sometimes to see other people flourishing and think, when is it my turn? Yeah, and no more complaining. Complaints are affirmations of victimhood, which is never true spirituality. Take back your God-given power by affirming that you have abundance of choices and freedom. And I will tell you what, this is hard. It's hard not to complain. What I suggest, and this is actually what I have in my life, I have one person that I complain to. I say it once, I don't say it again. Just saying. Just saying. We got to get it out, even journal it out, you know, just once. Okay, Sag. So I hope you have a brilliant day and we'll talk to you soon. Toodles.